Remote sensing, electromagnetic spectrum. So we are going to do MCQ questions, objective questions on this. First is energy of the discrete particles can be given by. So we have a wave that can also be understood as photons. Photons. Light as energy, light as photons, and as waves. So if you go to say seashore, you'll see waves. So energies are passed on. Also momentum will also be there. So the answer is photons actually. So photon acts as a constituent particle if we talk about electromagnetic waves. So because it has certain attributes or properties like energy and momentum. So one photon is equal to one packet of light, which is able to deliver it to the wave and also helps us for certain classifications. So photons come in discrete. Discrete means you can divide them. You can discern them. So discrete particles or packets of energy. These are the packets, and these are transferring the energy. And this is how momentum is being transferred. That is how a wave is produced. This is a simple example of a wave. So if we take 2 peak, that is the wavelength, and 1 second, how much it travels? That is your frequency. Which among the following is having more wavelength? So this is an electromagnetic spectrum. I'll show you one more, and I'll just reverse this. So if you see here on the right side, this wavelength is 10 to the power minus 18, which is very, very small, very, very small. And the frequency is 10 to the power 26, which is quite high. And if you take the left hand side, the wavelength is very high, 10 to the power 8. These all are in meters. And frequency is very low, 10 to the power 0, that is around 1. 1 wave per second, this kind of. So the wavelength, if you see, it varies, and lambda is minimum on the right hand side, frequency is maximum. So which among the following is having more wavelengths? So here you have radio waves, high wavelength, 10 to the power 8. Then comes microwaves, then infrared, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma rays. The lambda or the wavelength is minimum. They are very small and very, very close. The frequency is quite high. So lambda minimum, F maximum. So radio wave possesses the longest wavelength. In the electromagnetic spectrum, we have a formula C equals F into lambda. So which makes it suitable for this classified radars for operating in a particular region. F is actually inversely proportional to the lambda. So wherever frequency is high, lambda will be less. Wherever we have lambda high, frequency will be less. So the radio waves is going to be the correct answer here. Which among the following wave is not employed in case of remote sensing? Now, the small wavelength, these are absorbed by the atmosphere. So this sensor, whichever it is mounted, can use this facility which can be provided by these rays, and they are very less. So this is making a sensor is also one of the challenge. So here we have, first is the, of course it will be atmosphere absorbed, and those gamma rays, we start from the right hand side. The gamma rays, we don't use it this X-ray also we don't use, ultraviolet also you do not use. We start with IR, and then we have this IR, microwave, radio. And also in this, we don't use everything. There are certain atmospheric windows. We can't use all these. So there is in these windows where we can use. So there are different sensors with different wavelength and frequency parameters. Optical mechanical scanner is used in which type of electromagnetic waves? So we have thermal IR. So if you see infrared region, we have 2 regions we can divide it, are classified thermal IR and the reflected IR. Thermal IR and reflected IR. That is one which is reflected, one is it absorbs and then emits. Body absorb and then emits. Thermal IR. So the thermal IR is equipped with the optical mechanical scanner and a special system which is free from a film, produces image by using the wavelength of range 3 to 5 micrometers. So this is what we are talking about, thermal IR. This is the range. Radio waves are having the longest wavelength among all the electromagnetic waves, and this is absolutely correct, true. So you have a radio station or a television station, and you are here. You are able to hear everything. You are able to broadcast and telecast. You are able to see and hear, because it is able to clear a big mountain. It is able to clear the buildings, etc. So this is true. Here we have the wavelength quite high, frequency less. Gamma rays are having a wavelength of dash. Now the answer here is C, but it is not also correct. Why? I'll just show you. Gamma rays, the range is what? Somewhere 10 to the power minus 12, it goes up to 10 to the power minus 18, right? If you come to the left, the wavelength is quite high, frequency is less. So whenever we talk about gamma rays, we are talking about nanometer, this place, nanometer. So this is 0.03 nanometer, it is less than, it's correct, because the answer in questions is such that less than, then this is correct. Which of the following waves can be used in case of remote sensing? So of course we have seen ultra, UV, X, gamma we cannot use, because if you see your camera or a mobile camera, you employ the sunlight or use these lights which are there, artificial light. So electromagnetic spectrum, we have different kind of classification, and there are certain places where the content or the rays are absorbed by the atmosphere, and most of them are used in remote sensing. These visible, IR, radar and radio waves we use. UV, X and gamma we cannot use, because the frequency is also very less, and the lambda cannot be used for that. Which of the following indicates the correct set of combination of radio waves? So it's quite clear, because we have discussed the spectrum. Radio waves, very high wavelength and very low frequency. Wavelength is too much, so too much means longer wavelength and less frequency. So answer is B. The answer is B. Now the question would have been, say, gamma rays. So the first would have been correct, shorter wavelength and high frequency, because you cannot have shorter wavelength and shorter frequency and longer wavelength and longer frequency. How much wavelength is reflected back by the Earth's surface from the absorbed sun radiation? So this comes under the Earth's energy budget. So what is the incoming solar energy? How much is reflected? How much is reflected by the clouds, atmosphere, Earth's surface? All these idea you can see here. Some land and oceans are also there. So they are absorbed by land and oceans, around 51% it is. Now when we talk about wavelength, the answer is B, 0.5 micrometer. This is the answer. The radiation received from sun is distributed all over the world in a manner that the entire radiation is useful. But some of this is reflected back, which is 0.5 micrometer. So the answer here is B. B is the answer. Okay. As I said, you have to have this idea about Earth energy budget to know this content. EM wave varies from dash to dash. Now if you see, it varies from kilometers to less than this picometers, right? But the EM wave is a continuum of energy. Right side, if you see lambda is maximum, frequency minimum, because I have changed that electromagnetic spectrum. So if you say nanometer to micrometers, we start with 10 to the power minus 9 and 10 to the power minus 6 we stop. Is it the whole range of electromagnetic waves? No. 10 to the power minus 6, 10 to the power minus 6 is somewhere in between IR, this spectrum, EM spectrum. Because we are talking about what? We are talking about whole. So we have to take the maximum range. Centimeter to nanometer, we have meters also, kilometers also. So D is also incorrect. Nano to micrometer is absolutely incorrect. Now the A and B is meters to nanometer, meters to micrometer. So meters is okay, but nanometer, micrometer is lower. So go up to nanometer. Meter to nanometer is correct, because we are taking the left and right maximum values, maximum lower value, maximum higher value. This is how meters to nanometers. If it would have been kilometers, then also we would have taken kilometers, right? The formula of energy produced from the body can be given as, so this is E equals hc by lambda, this is Q equals hc by lambda, okay, as h is Planck's constant, c is speed of light, lambda is the wavelength in meter, so energy in joules. So Q is hc by lambda, the energy propagated from the body. So this is all about this electromagnetic spectrum. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.